So here's a 70 Firebird we bought in Grants Pass, Oregon. It started off life as a 70 Firebird, and then my cousin started to transform it into a 70 Trans Am. Had a strong engine, took a lot of work, but came out pretty nice. A guy in Canada bought it on eBay, flew down to California, and drove it back to Canada. This is a 1966 Buick, a Grand Sport. Here's engine compartment. Engine got done. It was sitting in a field in Angels Camp for like 20 years when we pulled it out. It had the Wildcat 455 engine. Had to get the engine rebuilt and went through the whole car. This one was bought by a customer in New York. Here's a 71 GTO HO car that started its life in Utah. Brought it back from Utah. It came with no engine, no transmission. Or I had a transmission, but we pulled it out. No engine, and in pieces. We got a period correct motor for it. Go past these. 455 HO car. So we put a 455 HO motor in it. Here's the first go around where we had it. We were going to paint it red. Here it is at a very, very, very poor paint job in red that didn't stick. It was an AC car that had AC delete, and so the AC had to be put back on. I had to get all new components, used components for that, new pieces. Here's a car in the body shop, going from brown, getting the dealer installed trim taken off, filled in. Some of the progress. Now, funny is that the roof had a Rebel flag on it. The license plate said 77 Rebel. And so there's the Rebel flag on the roof. Here it is in progress, getting put together. There's a beautiful 455 HO engine that was rebuilt and put in. So we ended up with the car being silver. Here it is being silver in my garage. And 455, you can see the AC has been put on. There it is sitting outside. Good looking car, automatic transmission, turbo 400. And this one was sold by Specialty Sales. Someone bought it as part of a collection. It's kind of a Judge clone. A very nice car. This was a really nice car. 70 GTO, 455 automatic car. The paint is about a 40 footer. It looks good from 40 feet until you get up close to it. It had all the mechanics done to it. Transmission, engine. We didn't have to touch anything inside the engine compartment. It did have a lot of surface rust and did need another paint job. And we did do all that. This shows how we got the car. Now here's the inside before the restoration. Pretty tired. You can see the faded carpet. Pretty tired seats. That nice green color. It was the fastest 455 GTO I've ever driven. It was really fast. There's the worn out door panels. There's the mechanics, all nice and new. New brakes. Transmission was done. Engine was done. There's the inside after we got done with it. And it was a nice car. This one went to Canada. Was sold by Specialty Classics. And this is one car I wish that I would have held on to because it is really a fun car. Here's the 71, another 71 GTO. Guy in near Sacramento and Citrus Heights had it for a while. It was his project car, so we bought it and we turned it into a triple black car. It started life at this copper, I think it's Copper Canyon brown. Here's the before pictures. Interior was all gone through. Everything was dynamated. And it came out to be pretty nice as a triple black car. Here's a 69 GTO that we turned into a Judge clone. Pretty rough when we got it. You can see it here. No engine, no transmission, drum brakes. We converted it to disc brakes, put all the proper Judge equipment on it. And here it is in the body shop with the progress. It got painted the carousel red color that is going to be here in this picture here. And that turned out pretty nice too. I can't remember where this one went to. Specialty Sales Classic sold this car also, and I don't remember where it went, but a pretty nice looking car. Here's a 68 Firebird that I bought from a friend of mine that we nicknamed Fruitcake. He bought the car, thought he could have some fun with it, wouldn't come out of second gear. The car was used for road racing. It had really tall rear end, 265 gears, 200 pounds of Bondo on it for the flares. This picture shows the flares taken off. Some of the body work that was done on the progression. There's the flares being cut. Here's when we got it, what looks like now. And that was the front end, pretty gnarly looking. Had a 350 Chevy small block in it. We went ahead and restored it to its original 400 HO. 4-speed car, fun to drive. Russ loved driving this car in the rain. It was like being on an ice rink. This just shows some of the before pictures of what the car's turned out pretty nice. There's a good picture of the flared fenders. Let me switch over. We already saw these pictures and go through them here. This shows some of the interior work that we had to do, cutting the firewall, cutting the flared fenders off and the quarter panels off. There's Russ with a picture of the quarter panel. There's the engine compartment. There's the engine that we yanked out of it. More of the engine compartment. And there it is in the paint booth. And it turned out pretty nice. Here's the real Judge car. It's the true Judge, 69 Judge, matching transmission. It's got a 428, a high-performance engine in it. This was the before picture, of course. Pretty rough. This was a nut and bolt restoration. There's a PHS showing that as a true Judge car. It's up for sale right now at Specialty Sales Classics in Fairfield, California. And it was a nut and bolt restoration. Everything was done. Total restoration, almost like a brand new car. There's the engine being overhauled, frame off. A lot was done to the car. Beautiful 428 engine. Rotisserie. All the work that was done. There's a picture of the engine. Heads. Really nice car. Here's a 1968 El Camino Ss396 car that we put a 327 in. A nut and bolt frame off restoration. Beautiful car. 4-speed car. Air conditioning car. Was bought by a buyer here locally in Sacramento. Glad to see it stayed in the neighborhood. and turned out really nice. Here's the guys working on it, getting the body work done. Here's the SS454 Chevelle. Was lucky to find this in San Francisco from a seller. I love the car. It's a 454 4-speed air-conditioned car, beautiful shape, and black interior, and it's a joy to drive. Did not have to do much in the way of restoration. We just reinstalled the air conditioning and just did some minor fixes to it. These pictures show the car before the AC was put back on, but it's a beautiful car. Well, this car is a 57 Cadillac Coupe de Ville, by far the hardest car that we've ever restored. It's Series 62. We put a 69 Cadillac 472 motor. It sat in this spot in Angel's Camp for about 22 years with the window right here, with the window broken. A lot of rust and stuff got into it. Here is where it sat. Here's when he hauled it out of there. Changed it to a black car. This shows the interior was brown, pretty gnarly. Some of the body work that was done. Here's the interior before, and all the parts. Boy, there's a lot of parts. That's the day I hauled it out of there. It was quite a job, but it turned out pretty nice.